Nice hat.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
Pardon. Anything I can do for you? What? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I wasn't expecting this since Chris can't visit this year. How's Chris doing? Is he okay? You're right. I need to start trusting what he says more. It's just that he's so far away, and we don't know if he's okay. Well, there I go again. I'll read his letter and see how he's doing. Thank you so much for bringing these to me. Here, take this. For your trouble. Oh, sure. There's always tons of travel into New Atlantis, so there's no shortage of people to meet. I love talking with the new people and hearing about their journeys. Not to mention, it's also nice and safe. Unlike my brother's job. Oh, sure. There's always... I love talking with the new... Not to mention... There's a huge tree in the Embassy District, across from the mass station. Trust me, it may sound dumb, but I think everyone should see it at least once when they're in the city. It's so cool. Or maybe I just love trees. See you.
Yes, what?
Sound desperate, but any luck finding my cargo?
Hey there, new guy. Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't. Oh, did you? Well, I know who to go to next time I need to renew my liquor license. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much. Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell. Catch you later.
I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the Viewport tonight. I think I could live on coffee if I had to. Fine, I guess. Do we know each other? Oh, alright. I thought you were trying to flirt with me. My day's going fine. It's hard to complain about anything when you have a Terror Brew in your hand. Catch you later, yeah? What, at Terror Brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to get out of New Atlantis and, tour the settled systems. Yeah, sure. Her name's Donna. She works at the Nat station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question. Catch you later, yeah?
Yeah?
You buying? You want a beer? Fine. You want a buddy to talk to, or a therapy session, or whatever? Walk right back out that door. Yeah? Alright. Alright then.
They're always about a million years away.
What was stolen, why, and how it was.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need. We're in uncharted territory here. It's inevitable. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening. I don't. Not for sure. It's all a theory, certainly, but it is completely supported by the data and observation, like all good science. It's the best we have to go on right now. It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news. We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it will become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City. No, nor in the short run, as it turned out. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years. I'm sorry, I'll get to the point. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch. I'm afraid I can't be two places at once, and I have too much going on here. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days. Spreading like a virus.
You're back. Did you...
We have it. Go ahead. Do the honors.
It fits. Energy spiked a bit, but it's restabilized.
Is there anything new showing up?
No, it's the same as before. There's a massive output as the artifact is added, then it harmonizes. Like it's waiting for the others.
That's speculation, but I think you're right. We need more. Here. You've earned this. Welcome to Constellation. As a full member this time. Honestly, this just makes it more official. Call it right person, right place, right time. But once the artifacts started coming together, you were one of us. We're going to do great things together. All of us. By the way, how would you like to keep traveling together? I'm not sitting behind my desk for this. These artifacts are a new chapter for Constellation, and I'm going to be out there for it. And I want you out there as well. You got results. I need someone like you watching my back. Oh, we'll be working with everyone here at the Lodge sooner or later. Constellation is all in on this. Sometimes we'll partner up, sometimes we'll go solo. It's not a formal arrangement. We just came back with good news. We've got momentum. Why not keep going? All right. We've got a few more leads we should talk about. First, there's an expedition that Samco has been putting together. It's in Freestar Collective Space, and he knows it inside and out. There's also the Eye, our star station in orbit. About time for you to meet Vladimir. He's been hard at work tracking down more anomalies. And last but not least, Noel. Have we heard anything from Barrett yet?
A courier from Argos Extractors came by to let us know they're packing up the operation on Vectera. But that's it, no other word.
That's not good. We should get over there and check on Barrett in person. Oh, that's right. He wasn't here when you first showed up. He should be back by now. I'll let him handle the introductions. If I steal his thunder, I'll never hear the end of it. His mind is always somewhere, but there's no arguing his knack for being in the right place at the wrong time. Oh, too bad he couldn't see the artifacts coming together. But knowing him, he'll be so excited when he gets a look, it won't occur to him that he's missed anything. We maintain a star station in orbit above us. It's where we do all our deep space scanning. Vladimir runs the station. Brilliant astronomer. Years of practical experience. It's all important, but if you want a direction, I'd grab Barrett first. He's not just an old friend. He's been all over the settled systems. You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously. Bye.
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right. Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason. Take care of yourself.
I cannot wait to meet him. It's been ages since Constellation has had someone new. I wonder what he's like.
Just go easy on him. Being interrogated by a kid ain't exactly the best way to make a first impression.
I'll limit it to the really important stuff, Dad.
This does not bode well. And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family. Just a friendly jab. Small group like this, you'll learn more about everyone than you ever wanted to. Kind of all that family is in a way.
Like more than you'd ever want to know. Hello, kids are around, people. Kuriko, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Know a thing or two about spacecraft, do we?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? Sure enough, that's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Aquila, for a settled planet of the Freestar Collective and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Yeah, don't piss off the Freestar Rangers. Far as the Collective is concerned, they're judge, jury, and executioner. They're the good guys, but That don't make them any less dangerous. Outside that, just don't be an asshole. Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Goodbye.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
Mr. Stroud,
I feel like I've been
got a
waiting my
question.
whole life for this. Constellation, the
You're
artifacts.
rich, so
That
you own a
doesn't
lot
sound
of
crazy,
stuff.
does it?
Like, a lot, a lot. What's your favorite thing?
That's an interesting question. I'm afraid I don't really think about it too much in terms of what specific things I own, though.
Really? Huh. If I was rich, I'd have a list of my favorite things.
Hey! Hey, you! You have a minute? I need to talk to you. You're the one that was on Vectera, right? You flew in on the, Frontier. Tommy Bitlow, SSNN research intern. Word is the Frontier was involved in an attack? It's true, right? You saw some real action? This is great. Great! My boss, Nadia Mufaz, would kill to talk to you. An actual eyewitness! There's credits in it for credible, newsworthy information. Everyone knows David Barron, the face and voice of SSNN, if you will. But Nadia is in charge of all the research. All the best stories were written by her. She's... really something. Just share what you want, then. All we want to know is about the attack itself. Just go to the SSNN building. It's not far. Keep it up, Tommy. You're killing it.
Welcome to Whetstone. If you're looking for the best cut of meat in the settled systems, look no further. The general term? A sharpening stone, for knives. The kind of knives that cut the most delicious meat in the settled systems. This Whetstone, though, is the best restaurant you've ever eaten at. If you like a perfect steak, you're in the right place. You must be joking. I have an exclusive contract with the Trade Authority. It's all shipped in from off-world. And no, I'm not divulging the planet of origin. I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
Can't go in. You just can't.
I bet whoever came up with bad news travels fast wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
I came all this way.
If you've seen something interesting, let me know. If it pans out into a full story, you'll be compensated. Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst. A cog in the machine. If you mean literally, Nadia Mufaz, head researcher of the office. So if we got any facts wrong, I'm the one who files your complaint into the shredder. We spend hundreds of hours digging into stories, sorting the lies from the damned lies. Then David performs a 2-minute segment and wins an award. Who'd have a problem with that? Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you really work for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things. Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the... Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me? Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Tell them about the ore. That was quite a lucrative operation.
Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group? Huh. I didn't realize Argos extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph? Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
David Barron is the most famous journalist in the settled systems.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Time to get this ship moving.
Yes, my captain?
So, Sam, have you given any thought to what I asked regarding Cora?
What do you mean? Keeping her in the lodge like a prisoner instead of letting her roam free? The answer's still no.
Pressure, no, I didn't mean it that way. I was merely suggesting that you allow to look after her. Perhaps even have you continue Cora's education.
It's a better education than any book. Haven't you ever considered how she feels about all this?
Achieving orbit now. We both want the same thing, Sam. We want her to remain safe.
The only way I can be sure Cora's gonna be safe is if she stays with me. Sorry, Sarah. I'm not changing my mind.
Nice job. We're right on target.
Deimos Star Yard acknowledging civilian vessel. Our sales department is open. Please dock if you want to do business.
Lack of love.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
I wish Deimos was exclusive.
If you have any questions, I love questions. About ships, that is. Oh, yes, thank you so much! And just so you know, I definitely will not be drinking this on the job. Definitely not. I hope your Deimos ship has been serving you well. Any questions? For me, I mean. Let me see your manifest. Huh, it doesn't appear you have anything to deliver. Sorry.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're a true piece of history.
Welcome to Deimos.
No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos. It's not even close.
You zig, I zig. You zag, I zag. I am your sidekick, your shadow, your tail.
Dad and I will be riding passenger with you. The most boring job in space travel. It's the best. I met another kid my age who hadn't been on a starship once. Not even once! Same boring old planet for like years. She didn't even know how to replace a phase manifold. Can you imagine? I read. I look around the ship, but no touching. Dad lets me do all sorts of stuff on his ship. But he said I have to be respectful on your ship. But I could try to fix things if you ask. Hint, hint. You can ask. I promise I'll be good. Yup. I've been his co-pilot since I was old enough to read a map. He lets me fly sometimes. And fix things aboard. And use the intercom and everything. I just have to promise not to complain about having to stay aboard the ship when we're somewhere dangerous. Dad says when I'm older, he'll teach me how to use a pistol. And once I'm a good enough shot, I can go with him anywhere. I can't wait to get older.
I'm doing an oral history of Constellation's most decorated members. It's just me repeating your name into a data slate for 5 hours.
Appreciate the lift. Now, once we touch down in Aquila, we'll talk more. Later.
Hey.
Docking seal released.
That's it. Welcome to Hopetown.
Landing side looks clean. Let's set it down.
While we're here, we should swing by Hope Tech Star Yard and see if they have anything interesting for sale.
How can I be of service, Captain?
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Tells everyone you met the Ron Hope.
I mean, Ron Hope's, well, friendly. And incredible. But everyone on the factory floor bumps into him on occasion. It's not that big of a deal.
My brother, the big shot at Hope Tech.
Let's get you settled in.
As vital as spaceships are to the settled systems, everything would grind to a halt without the Trade Authority. If I am not mistaken, you are new here. I hope you find Hope Town as full of opportunity as the Trade Authority does. A marvelous place, truly laissez-faire. If you have any difficult cargo to unload, I'm happy to oblige. A little of this, a little of that. Anything we can do to facilitate trade. Security and I have come to a very equitable arrangement, beneficial to all parties. Are you? I think we'll be the best of friends and business partners. So, do you need anything? I've never been much for offices or a storefront. But here, people from all over the system come here. A true crossroads. Literal music to my ears.
Okay, hello. If you need anything, just ask for me. Sal. Looks like another newcomer. Welcome to the pit stop. We have a little bit of everything. What, brings you to Hopetown? Well, I heard there's someone at the Best Defense looking for someone. No idea what it's about. I think his name is Suds. Suds? You can't miss him. A word of warning, it can get a little rowdy here. keep your gun holstered and there won't be any problems. Hardly. A lot of my patrons just got done with a shift. Throw some of the hard stuff in there, well, fists may fly, but they're good people, so please, don't hurt them too bad. Well, you just became my favorite customer. You need anything? We got more than booze here. People like to grouse, but truth is, Hopetown's the brightest spot on this planet. Deep down, all of us are beyond grateful to Mr. Hope. But the workers work hard and play hard too, so it's best not to drop your guard. There's almost always a few visitors here for Hope Tech, but mainly it's all us locals trying to get by. Most people come from hard work on the farms, and Hope Tech is light years better than that. But it could be better. Anytime people start getting upset, Hope Tech changes things, but it seems to me they're just doing the bare minimum to keep the workers happy. There was a deep hauler said she picked up some sort of distress call in the Charybdis system. Responding to distress calls can be quite lucrative if your ship can handle itself. No, it's been pretty boring around here. Certainly.
There's something I need to talk to you about. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
If you need it, we got it.
My friend got mugged last night, looking for something...
No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes open. Make friends to watch your back. It gets better, I promise.
That's an interesting reaction. But I suppose it shouldn't surprise me. When dealing with the artifacts, common sense tends to go right out the window. Honestly, I wasn't sure how you'd react. Some people would consider what you went through a deeply personal experience. Good. We need all the help we can get. The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Yes, precisely. You'd think, after our combined years of space travel, one of us would have stumbled across some answers, but unfortunately, we're empty-handed. Not much, I'm afraid. All I have to show for my efforts are eyewitness accounts, scores of inconclusive metallurgical test results, and wild theories. Oh, no, not at all. There's so much going on there, I can't afford to divert all of our resources, but I have classified the artifacts as a priority project. Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes. It would be, oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Hey there! Oh, it's you! What can I do you for? Careful out there!
Payday is always a good day. Just letting off some steam for the next shift.
Yes. What?
Fancy seeing you here.
Keep your eyes open. Make friends to watch your back. It gets better, I promise.
Can you be? Yes.
Ron hopes the best thing that's happened to us.
Hello, Captain.
All right, let's get this crate into space.
I heard you're fluent in over 24 verbal and bodily languages.
All right, Sam. Now that we have a moment, it's time to figure out the details of our little bet.
Oh, come on, Sarah, not this again. I'm telling you, there's no point in setting up that wager.
So you intend to stick with the ridiculous notion that the beer served at the hitching post is better than Jake's?
Better than Jake's? Better than Madame Sauvage's place in Neon? Better than anywhere, hands down.
You must have banged your head on a console during that last grav jump. No one in their right mind would make a claim like that.
Alright, look, you want to throw your money away, I'd be happy to take it. Otherwise, let it go already.
One day, we're going to system hop and test you, man. We're off. Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
can have a depressing effect on some people. Make sure to get yourself help before it becomes a problem.
Tampering with a certified Deimos mining robot is forbidden.
Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm so bored. My mom and dad say not to talk to people I don't know, so I thought maybe I could talk to you, and then I know you, and I won't be so bored. See? Now we're friends! And my parents can't say I'm not allowed to talk to you. Anyway, what do you want to talk about? Not really. I mean, there's Taye. He's a good friend. But he's also one of my only friends. There aren't many kids on Mars, because my mom says that this is really only a place where people come to work hard jobs for a little while. But I wish there were more kids, because it gets boring, like when Taye is busy and my mom and dad are off working. It's okay, I guess. It's better than living outside, because Mars can't support life outside and I'd die. But maybe it would be nice to live on another planet someday. I think I used to when I was a real little kid. And sometimes my mom and dad would take me to visit my grandma and grandpa in New Atlantis. I like to play with Taye sometimes. We come up with lots of games to play. Sometimes we listen to music or watch shows. But when he's not around, I like to draw. Sometimes I draw things and give them to people since they're so mopey all the time. It makes them smile. Actually, want to help me? I just drew these great pictures of Space Frog, but I can't go out right now. Can you help put them up for me? It's Space Frog from outer space, and he's a little frog character that I made up. I've never seen a real frog before, but I've seen pictures. Anyway, he lives in space and goes around to different planets helping people who are sad or need help. He's great. Yeah, they've let me do it before. But they're working, so they can't help me do it, and they don't let me leave the condos without them. They say it's for my safety, but my friend Taye's mom sometimes lets him go out without her. I don't know. My mom says it does. She says her work friends like my drawings because they make them smile. She says it's because there aren't many kids here, and lots of people miss having kids around. Or it reminds them of their families. You will? Thank you, thank you, thank you! People are gonna be so happy. Here's a bunch of copies of the Space Frog drawing I made. You can post them in places where you think people will see them. Thank you so much!
These are supposed to be luxurious condominiums? Huh. If you ask me, I find them to be rather underwhelming.
Oh, did you find the book, Dragon Star Force Volume 1, The Heroes of the Dragon Star? Nice. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting to add this to my collection. Thanks again. I hope this makes it all worth it to you.
Hey there. I could use a break.
I could never leave these people. Their continued success is my life's work.
Many people think psychology is only good for treating past emotional trauma, but it's a great way to prevent it in the first place. A
At least I've got more than enough work to complete before I can go home. Go me!
Hello there. Do I know you? Ah, yes. I seem to recall hearing about that. Well, it's nice to finally meet you. I'm Leonard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around. I coordinate between Deimos Corporate and the other operations, such as the Star Yard itself, and the mining operations here on Sidonia. Deimos Star Yards Corporation is a complex entity, given that the different divisions have different goals and priorities. My job is to make sure those are all in alignment. We've been contracted with the UC for decades to provide military-focused crafts for the entire fleet. It makes sense that they trust us, as Deimos is the oldest standing ship manufacturer in the settled systems. We were responsible for some of the major advancements in grav drive technology since the early days of its existence, so our legacy is strong. Take care now.
Unless you're a Deimos employee,
While
I
I
can't
may
really help you.
technically work in HR, Tia's really the one to see for any work concerns.
I think you and I both know you're not on the payroll anymore. Anyway, no harm done. Just have to wait for more applicants to come along.
Oh, damn it! Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. That wasn't directed at you at all. I'm just really stressed out at the moment. You're fine. Actually, maybe you can help me? I'm aware of what you did for Trevor. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say anything to Peter. I feel like I can trust you. I'm Gilly. I'm a psychologist working for Deimos, and I've been utterly swamped with work lately, trying to make a deadline. I could use a hand tracking down some of our employees and delivering psychological questionnaires to them.
Those psychological evaluations could prove useful to both Deimos and the miners themselves. Perhaps we should lend Gilly a hand.
It's not as sinister as you think. Basically, Deimos invests heavily in its employees and operations. In order to protect those investments, I was hired to perform periodic psychological evaluations. The company wants to identify potential erratic behavior patterns that might jeopardize the company's investments, and work with their employees to correct them. It's a lot of personal stuff. I'm not going to get into it with someone I just met. All you need to know is that I could really use a hand. You can? Oh, wow, thanks. I don't even know who I've got left in the stack, but take a look at the names and track them down. When they've all filled out the forms, just bring them back to me and I'll go through them. Just tell them you're assisting Gilly. Oh, and don't read what they write down. It's supposed to be confidential. Thanks again.
It's not easy, coordinating. I know the Deimos employees here on Mars think I'm overbearing. But what they don't know is that I've saved this operation from being shut down countless times. A psychological evaluation? Are you kidding me? Gilly, I'm the one who ordered this program in the first place. Do I really need to go through with this?
I'm well aware. But you are an employee, and it is company policy that everyone gets one.
Okay, fine. Let me have it. Okay, this isn't so bad. Easy. Yep. Okay. And done. There you go. Remind me to make myself and the other execs exempt from these in the future. We wouldn't be where we are if we were a liability.
It's
had a day off in 3 years, and I wrote the damn time off policy.
I'm still shocked about Governor Hurst. Rumor is he got into some shady stuff. They won't tell us what.
Lux condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not.
Wow. You really helped us, you know? Thanks again.
Well, that's the idea, anyway. Now, if we fail to meet our quotas, it'll be our own fault, not the bloody machines failing to do their job. Shame we didn't have enough left over to fix old Gnome over there. Would have been nice to have another functional robot around. It's fine anyway. I think we've gotten used to that old broken down talking computer just the way he is.
Great, now that you helped us get that new equipment, what a difference it makes. We're pumping out yields that would have taken twice the crew before. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere. You have a good one, all right?
A friendly reminder that throwing litter off the balcony.
I sure hope this hearing loss isn't permanent.
Please use an authorized waste receptacle.
Hey there. You a new hire? I thought all our positions were full. Oh? Interesting. Usually she comes down here herself if she needs something. I'm glad she's finally got an assistant. Anyway, I'm Andres. Nice to meet you. Something else I can help you with? About 15 years now. It's good work. Good money. Only problem is that it keeps me away from my family. They live well, but I hardly see them. Who knows? Maybe this is the year I let my contract renewal lapse and I finally retire. Just for mining, not work entirely. I think about it every time my contract comes up. See, I'm quite a few systems away from my family. I get to see them whenever I get the chance, but it's hard watching my kid grow up without me. And it's not easy on his mom either. I'm conflicted because the job pays so well, and I want to earn enough so that my kid never has to do what I did to make ends meet. That's what I keep telling myself. I'm doing this for a very good reason. And my wife, she gets it too. Still, that doesn't make it any easier. No matter what, it's a tough decision. Let's just say that I've made enough here to retire early if I wanted to, and do something else with my life. Still not sure that's what I want yet, though. Other operations? I'd probably have to put in another 10, 15 years to get to where I am today. Deimos seems to prioritize its employees, which is a nice change of pace from the industry. Oh, is it that time already? Sure. It'll only take a moment. Let's see. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. That question again? Well, all right. Okay, that should do it. Here you go. Tell her I said hi, will you?
In order to avoid injury, please report any spills or unsafe conditions on the upper level.
It takes guts,
to the Sidonian Department of
character
Public
to be a
Works.
miner out here. Yeah, I know. You helped save me from myself. I thought everyone was gonna start treating me with more respect, but that hasn't exactly happened. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Like, I ain't gonna do anything like that again, but so far, not much has changed, so was it worth it? I don't know. I guess so. What? Standing around pointing a cutter at some rocks all day? It sucks, but it's easy, so whatever. Way better than my last job at Chunks, though. What the? Seriously, that's a thing we gotta do for the company psychologist? Fine, let me see it. What is this BS? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, like I'm gonna say that. Nice try. That'll give her something to think about. Alright, whatever. There you go. Hope I get an A or whatever's good for one of these things. Huh.
Hello, stranger. I am known. What can I do for you? I was activated 17 years ago. I malfunctioned and have been in disrepair and unable to move for over 9 years. Repairs are too costly, and I am well past my warranty expiration. Now, my primary function is that of an automated personal assistant. It was chosen over deactivation. I can make general announcements and relay messages from one registered miner to another, and I can report about local news. All news and information has been supplied by employees of Deimos's mining operations. I also have been programmed with a limited selection of jokes, but I have been told to warn you, they are not good. Why did the snowman need a moist towelette? Because his arms were sticky. No doom with this quake. A helpful reminder that subterranean particle fracking has resumed after its recent hiatus. Residents and workers alike are encouraged to heed the warning announcements and brace themselves for any turbulence when the blasts go off. Thankfully, you can rest easy knowing that detonations no longer occur at all hours of the night. Feel free to toss your alarm clocks, however, because they resume bright and early every morning. Sorry, you must be an employee of Deimos Star Yards to access the messaging function, and you are not. Gone, but not forgotten. Rumors swirl about the return of the famed Red Devils. Authorities have reportedly been in discussions to re-establish Mars's most elite fighting force. Of course, I've been reporting this news for 15 years straight. But yes, surely, this time it's really going to happen. Don't forget, this month's target goals have been increased by 5%. Failure to meet your new goal may result in termination of your current contract. Good thing you do not work here. Governor, or Governot. Governor Hurst abruptly stepped down from his position amidst rumors of a scandal involving his private spaceship. Though details are scant, Vincent Woodard has been appointed the interim acting governor in his stead, while the UC authorities decide how to proceed. I'm hoping for a more corrupt official, so I can report more scandals. Relaying the news is the highlight of my limited functions. Tools of the trade. Our Deimos corporate overlords have recently granted a request for new equipment, yet they still cannot manage to fund repairs for yours truly. Now, miners can expect to produce more than twice the work for the same pay. At least the suits are happy. There is currently no new news to report. My doctor told me I need to cancel my camping trip and sell my circus tickets. She said I needed to avoid activities that are intense. Intense. Get it? Then my instructions are to sit here, do nothing, and be ignored. My programming indicates these are 3 of my favorite things.
A reminder that Bring Your Child to Work Day is not an officially sanctioned holiday, and that it is not advised to allow children into potentially dangerous work sites. Keep our children safe. Keep them out of harm's way. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Labor.
Mars is wrapped with resources, which means there's always going to be...
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are...
Just smell the dusty air. Faith in the greatness and ingenuity of the human spirit.
There's nothing like seeing old soul come.
I sure am glad you're helping me. I just know people are going to love those new drawings of Space Frog. Hi, thanks for doing that for me. I wish I could do it myself, but having a friendly adult help me is almost as good. I know, right? Last time I did this, lots of people came over to tell me how much they loved it. I only hope these drawings stay up longer this time. Anyways, it's not much, but I got a little something for you as a thank you.